I got no cameras today. Look at this.
I like how you're already dancing.
Look at all the cameras.
How much caffeine have you had today?
Oh, shut up, Armor Cop Coffee, because I am drinking some of it.
It's like Christmas morning, I think, for DJ, you guys.
Look, all I can say is it's first and 20 minutes. Yeah.
Well, you need to have the DJ horns going when you do that. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, hang on. I got buttons on here. I don't know which ones do what.
That makes.
Oh no, wait. I don't have any buttons. Well, I don't have buttons. I don't know what happened to my buttons. I think toothpaste extractor's gone.
Have you messed all your buttons up?
Well, I reset it.
Oh, yeah, don't do that.
I don't know. Welcome to the show, everybody. It is the Farm Sim Show. It is a podcast talking about farming simulator stuff in a show form. Today's show is sponsored by G-Port. Big shout out to them. We've got Giant Software hanging out with us. We can see them. They can see us, but you can't see them. But you can also see us. It's a lot of fun using your eyes for stuff. If you are used to, or if you're new around here and you are used to live streams that are like, yeah, you know, it's straightforward, it's cool, it's calm, it's collected. You're in the wrong place.
Something about we don't play the game. That's all I hear right now.
We don't play the game. We're going to talk about it a whole lot. We're going to look at it a whole lot. I got five screenshots to show you that you ain't even seen yet. Unless FSG showed you, and in which case, you've seen them once. You're not going to do it twice.
You might have seen them once, but other than that, you haven't seen them yet.
But nobody else that speaks English has them. Unless you've been watching German YouTubers all day, in which case you've probably seen them already. Or Daggerman, maybe. I don't know. I don't get around. Today's been busy. Welcome to the show.
I mean, has it been that busy?
Man, it's been a busy day, dude. Well, today's not been very busy, but you know it has been busy? Literally every other day before today.
It has been. This was a crazy weekend.
We had Friday, which was rough.
Yep.
We had Saturday, which was not as rough because I didn't think about Friday very much on Saturday. We had Sunday, where it was rough again because I remembered Friday. And then we had yesterday, which wasn't as bad because I didn't think about Friday as much.
I just felt like everything kind of finally cooled down yesterday because everyone was back to a normal Monday for most people almost.
Yep. Speaking of cooled off, I'm wearing my hoodie because it is 66 degrees in the room that I'm in right now.
Oh, Buttercup.
New air conditioner's great.
Well, you're going to need it because we got some stuff that's kind of hot off the press. See what I just did there? It's hot off the press. Oh, boy. So I wish we could give chat control over your cameras.
I'm glad that they don't have it because then they would just use this camera, which has been showing a red dot ever since I finished my stream.
Is it like a laser?
Well, no, it's the camera that you show on like the steering wheel and stuff when you're doing reviews. And
yeah.
That's what that is. But I haven't used it since like November when all that stuff came in. And I turned it on for the first time today, and it worked a little bit during my test stream this morning. But then it stopped working. It was called the crotch cam because there was really nothing else to look at.
That's all you see. That's all you see.
That was it, man. That was it.
I'm so glad we don't have that today, chat. You guys you're lucky. So we got a lot of things to talk about. Well, there's enough things to talk about. We don't know everything yet, but
yep. This is do you want to talk about the podcast that was supposed to be Friday, but we didn't get to do the thing Friday because we would have just spent 90 minutes lying to everybody?
I think you just talked about it right there almost.
There you go. That's it.
I got one thing I'd rather talk about before we talked about that, though. I do want to talk about that. That's a nice cup, by the way.
Oh, thanks, man. It's not as cool as you would think. You guys can actually get one of these. However, it's really just a Yeti with a sticker on it. But instead of me putting the sticker on it, Teespring put the sticker on it. And
thanks, Teespring. Thanks for doing that.
It's also not a Yeti. So save yourself, buy a Yeti, and then get a sticker.
All right. So the one thing I did want to talk about first.
Mm-hmm. the Sim Show.
Today's sponsor, G-Portal. They host premium game servers for all kinds of games and are even confirmed to have servers for Farming Simulator 25. They also provide servers still for the 5 previous Farming Simulator games, FS 22, 19, 17, 15, and 13. Farming Simulator 22 was also the first time they hosted servers for Xbox and PlayStation players in the Farming Simulator franchise, proving to be the best way to play with your friends, no matter what platform you're on. You can grab your very own server for Farm Sim 22 or any of the previous Farming Simulator games right now. Then, once November 12th rolls around, you can grab your Farming Simulator 25 server for you and your friends. Check out my link in the description for 10% off all G-Portal game servers right now.
Our links. Evidently my mic was too quiet, so I've turned off automatic gain and turned it all the way up.
You sound good on my side, but maybe I'm just overbearing.
You're over, all right. You may be over buffaloing, eh?
Ooh.
Yeah. It's that was rough.
That was not a good one. Oh.
Yep. So just keep me updated with my microphone. I can't hear it. I mean, I can, but yeah, it is what it is. Yeah. Okay. What do YouTubers get if we use your code when you pre-order the game? We get a kickback, and for people who are not gold members, it boosts them up to that gold level.
We're almost there.
You're almost there. Yeah. I hit it like 3 years ago. I was silver for 2 weeks. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, there's actually somebody that could. My bass needs pumping up.
Ooh.
I don't have a.
See, that's me. See, it's my sultry voice you guys are listening to that it doesn't give.
Just proximity. Yeah, how you like this?
No, I was gonna say you sound like Kermit, but it's a different Kermit than the one we're gonna talk with.
He sounds like Kermit though. What up, dude?
Oh, he's
what
muted.
up, dudes?
There we go.
I'm really glad. I thought after the intro or during the intro that you were gonna just switch to my camera because I was over here dancing and singing along to the theme, and I was just fearing that they were gonna. Yeah.
It's that close.
That's a thing that would have happened. Yes.
So, Kerm, tell us about how your last 5 days have been.
Well, I'm in Germany now for one thing, so I traveled halfway across the world. I'm in the German office right now. Thank you, Josie, for letting me borrow your seat while you're on holiday. That's where I'm sitting right now. I feel like each day I have a different desk. Yesterday I sat at Wolfgang's desk. Today I'm at Josie's desk, just floating around. But yeah, of course. Yeah, I went to dinner, Marcel, and I came back. You know, good morning, Marcel. So I got to Germany Sunday afternoon. And then we went straight to the work. But of course, we were working all weekend, especially Chalky, because I was traveling, squashing leaks and putting copyright strikes and such. Yeah, did not. Trust me when I say that we did not enjoy it. We didn't enjoy it any more than you guys. We hated it. It's an unfortunate side effect of how these things go. But the main thing was I knew that once we got to today, the excitement would take over, and then things would be smooth back over. So yeah, let's hope for smooth sailing now going forward. Yeah. Please.
What time is it there right now, Kermit?
No, just after 9 p.m.
Woo.
Yeah.
I will be asleep before then.
I would assume I'm definitely alone in the marketing room right now. I don't know if anyone else is in the other parts of the office. Maybe there's a coder over there,
I was saying,
going crazy.
I'm trying to figure out where you are. Is the studio behind you to the right?
Yeah, like that door.
I know where he is. There's
the men's room. Yeah, that's the bathroom. Yep.
What kind of secrets do you show us over there? I mean, no one else is there, you said, right? You can show us some secrets that no one else is doing?
It's not how this works, Clutch, but
come on.
You had to do it. You had to try.
So, Kermit has some questions that, like, some very popular questions, right? Things.
Yeah.
You have some pre-prepared questions so that we.
Well,
can
it was more, preparing myself for the answer. If I sit here and go through each question and the answer, it's going to be a lot of, what about this? Can't tell you. What about this? Can't tell you.
So what you're saying is, don't ask you the answers, ask you the questions.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
all right.
Something like that. I mean,
say what?
Well, then let's hit it. We've got it. Let's run the questions in the comments. Clutch, do you have any Questarooskis or Questoskinis?
I mean, I've got 1,000. I think the questions I have are definitely going to be ones that are not going to be able to be answered. So I think we better leave it up to chat right now to see what they've got for questions. Because
let's start with the man who probably knows.
I can give you like some of the the highest. So basically, to give you a backstory, I went through and anticipated based off of what we released today, both the blog, the CGI trailer. What then would the questions be? So ground deformation. Let me just start by saying more will come at FarmCon. That's the answer for that one. And the good news is you don't have to wait long. Just like
it's next weekend.
Next week. So you may see some stuff. You will see stuff next week for that. And there's even more information about FarmCon and how it's going. That's coming out very soon this week.
There you go.
So
question about collector's edition. Also GPS.
GPS. Have nothing to say about that. And collector's edition, it varies on where you're located. So right now, probably a lot of the retailers don't have it yet, but it'll be up to the distributor in your area to get it to them. So wherever you normally buy Farm Sim or other games, check those places. If you have, if Amazon does a lot of delivery of games where you live, they're probably a good bet to have it at some point. But it will vary by some countries, and unfortunately, some countries will be left out when it comes to the collector's edition. But there's no way for us to go and say individually every country, because we give it to the distributor for a region, and then they pick. For example, in the U.S., our distributor is located in Toronto, and they do the distribution for all of North America. So it just depends on where you are in the world. I can confirm that Collector's Edition will be available in the U.S. Probably the same place as it was last time, which was what, Amazon, Best Buy, GameStop.
Yeah, Best Buy
I think.
I think I got mine from them originally.
Yeah. So I bought the only collector's edition that was sold at my local GameStop.
Yeah, there you go. And then you got sent like 2 other ones as well.
And then I bought a few more. I think total now I have 6. One of them's still in the packaging. So somebody's asking about is rice a new crop? Yeah. Can you tell us anything other than yes?
Well, there's wet and dry rice. That's pretty much all I can tell you right now about it. More info will come on FarmCon about how that works. But from what I understand, mostly how it's grown in the U.S. is the dry variety, whereas in Asia, a lot of parts, it's grown the wet version. So more info will come out on both of those very soon.
I got a question for you, Kerm.
Okay.
Will we be seeing any actual live gameplay before FarmCon, or is FarmCon going to be when we're going to start seeing some actual gameplay? Can you answer that?
Okay. Live gameplay, the people at FarmCon will see it live. Anyone not at FarmCon won't see it live, but there will also be, I guess I'll just go ahead and say this. I think tomorrow we're announcing it. There's like a pre-stream for people that can't make FarmCon. So
we just had exclusive content. Somebody clip that and post it everywhere.
Do the short.
Lars is gone. Someone has to take over and leak something. It wasn't about the game. It was about But I think that announcement is coming tomorrow. So more information on FarmCon. But because of course a large portion of the community can't make it, we're going to do a little bit of a pre-stream. So just look out for the info on that to hit tomorrow or the next day. So I think it's scheduled for tomorrow. Yeah,
we'll be able to see some gameplay a little bit before FarmCon. That's awesome. I can't wait to see it.
I say so. The pre-stream is a little bit like there will be some gameplay. It's going to be like short clips of stuff, whereas FarmCon's going to be the deeper dives right into each talk and presentation. Will be more like 30 minutes long. So, and that footage will come out eventually, both by people there and us will re-release it as well too.
Of course, same as the previous years. That's right.
Right. Yeah.
Do you know anything about 4X maps?
I do not. No.
Nothing we can talk about there. Okay. I gotta ask for sure. I agree, guys.
We said base game.
I need to add that to my list of questions because it's one question that I didn't anticipate. But again, I went based off of what we were announcing and not every feature. So. Well,
that I mean, to be fair, I think that's what I get that question quite a bit since the fact you're not releasing on last gen consoles this time.
Correct. Yeah.
So everyone's assuming that because of that, potentially we might be able to have 4X maps on console, but I guess we'll have to wait and see on that.
I have no news on that. I would say that what I can say is I know that the improvements to the Giants engine is a big reason why we have foregone the old gen, the last gen. But I don't know about like the 4X maps and beyond. But I do know that the main reason is the engine improvements, the visual improvements that are there.
So it has nothing to do with the fact that those consoles are 10 years old and the last was released 4 years ago, and everybody needs to move on. Hot take.
If you, your words, not mine. Your guys' stream. So yeah,
it's. Do understand it's tough. It's tough to throw $500 at a new console just to play new games. But I don't think anyone's going to be making games for the old consoles anymore.
I think it's done.
I mean, here soon for sure.
Anything you can elaborate by this? Construction missions.
Was it mission? I don't think it was labeled with something else, but it was construction something in the debrief, right?
Yeah, I feel like I have that in my list here somewhere, but I think the answer is more to come. Yep, exactly.
Yeah, more to come.
Construction missions, ? More to come in bold letters. So
interesting.
That's what most of my answers are.
Yeah. If you guys have seen the trailer, if you have read the write-up, I think you're probably going to get most of this, but at the same time, you might get something else out of them. We'll see.
How about this? The third map is Zelonka from 22. Carrying over. So the Central European map is Zelonka.
That's new.
Told you.
Yeah. I mean, we did that last with 22 as well. Like we had Erlengrad. I always want to say Erlangen, especially when I'm here, but it's Erlengrad.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like the tradition that we do, right?
You did this. So. You did the same thing with 19. I think it was. Oh boy, it was the map in 19. It was the South American map, I think.
Estancia La Pacho.
There you go. You nailed it.
I see someone ask, is there a confirmed price? That is not an easy question to answer because it'll vary by region. So it depends on where you live. But yeah, of course, where you live, it'll be fixed. I think it's 50 for PC in the US and 60 for console. So for just the regular editions. So just
to go back to our maps quickly. So our 3 maps, we have the Asian map. We have what's our second map then?
It said North American
map, and then
I don't remember the exact description.
North American, East Asian, and Central European.
Okay. Yeah. We haven't received it. We don't have any kind of description on the North American map on where it'll be located or any of that information at this time.
No, but you'll see it at FarmCon.
Perfect.
For the first time. Yeah. Word. There's a presentation for the American map at FarmCon. So if you'll see it.
Oh, there. You beat me to that one, DJ.
Sorry, Clutch. I've done like 3 in a row. They're all yours now. I'm so sorry.
No. I mean, it was there. You saw it. Do we have any information on animals? Can we talk about animals quickly then?
The only animal I can talk about right now is the water buffalo from the CGI trailer is in the game. Okay. That's the only thing I can say right now. It does say in the blog though, and other animals. So
okay,
so I can say that.
Sounds like.
Do with that what you will.
Okay.
I have
more to come.
I have a follow-up question, and Andy's beat me to it. Clutch, I'm so sorry.
No, dude.
So according to ChatGPT, water buffaloes don't moo, and there was a distinct murr. And I was wondering if you could comment.
I cannot, no, but that's interesting.
Yes. All right,
I was wondering if I thought you were gonna start going on chicken butts there for a second.
We're gonna get to chicken butts.
We're gonna get to that in a second.
There's a reason K-But's face is where it is.
I saw one of these questions actually, Kermit. Maybe you can ask me this. In fact, I remember I read through when I was reading through the brief on this, on the release brief. There wasn't a lot of talk this time about enhancing the AI at all. Where in 22. That seems to be more of a focus a little bit on the advancements that were made. Can you talk a little bit about that? Has there been anything you can specifically say about that? Is there better features potentially we could look towards to our farm workers?
Stay tuned. Yeah, more to come.
Okay, fair enough. Had to ask.
Next week? Yeah, just making some plans. That's all. Seen a lot of questions about passengers. Will we be able to have passenger support like with the Kubota DLC?
Oh, that's a really good question, and I'm writing that one down now, and I'll have an answer in the future.
Yeah. We'll do a follow-up Q&A with Kermit at.
But I mean, that is kind of like traditionally how we've done things at times, right? Like whether it's been created by the community in a mod or like it's something that we put in as a DLC feature. Typically it'll turn base game, but I can't confirm it one way or the other. Just going off of past history, I would say maybe, But yeah, I need to get a definitive answer. See, you guys are providing me with more questions to ask than I am providing you with answers. Thank you.
It's not us. We're not good at this. The comments, they're the ones that are killing it right now.
They're on top of it.
Someone said, "Why all the secrecy?" Well, this is how video games work. I work at the company. We have our schedule for when we want to announce things, and you can't show things until they're ready to be shown as well. So that's the nature of it.
I will mirror that statement. This weekend was tough being under NDA.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys did everything right, and kudos to everyone that does it the right way. And sorry that it felt like punishment on some of you, and it's an unfortunate side effect. And
just do me a favor and don't tell everybody how much I complained to you over the past 4 days.
I mean,
and how many hours we've been on the phone together for the past 4 days.
The past 4 days. Come on,
come on,
3 years now. Come on.
Yeah.
I'm just okay. Just this topic, this one topic.
I only talked to him once in the last weekend, and DJ's been on the phone with every time I talk to DJ. I gotta call Kermit. I just got off the phone with Kermit.
I felt so bad, dude. He was like packing, and I was just fussing at him.
Kermit, if we got him a girlfriend, this wouldn't happen. You know that, right? That's all it would take.
I was so irritated this weekend.
Isn't Farm Sim his girlfriend at this point?
I know it is. And to be fair to Chad as well, some of the stuff that I know Kermit's that he can't talk about, of course, it could be stuff that may or may not end up being the final game. I think we had this discussion, I believe it was Chalky before Farm Sim 22 relaunched, and it was like the last month or so before the game came out, and it was the deer. I remember we were talking about. He's like, "Oh, I wasn't supposed to show you that because that was still in flux on if the deer could be in game, like in the forest and stuff." And he's like, crap.
Right.
So anyways,
this is the thing, funny. Right? Like we basically, in one way or another, started working on what this game would look like when 22 was out. Of course, we still had the season pass content to get done for 22, and then we launched 23 on mobile. So like, there's other things that early on you're working on it, but you're also working on other things, and that's still the case. But now that we're in this year, we're in the launch year, it picks up, and that's the focus even more so, right? And so it still is the case that I was in a meeting just today where it was talking about potential this or that, and what state is it in. So like, this is why we have to be with the secrecy sometimes, because we don't know, like, what state it's in. Is it ready to be shown? Does it need some work? Is it not going to happen? These things happen. So of course, like a feature like GPS, that's one that's asked about a lot. Ground deformation as well, right? These things are asked a lot from the community. So of course, we want to accomplish these things, but at the same time, we have to make sure they work, they look good. So we're always thinking about adding stuff like this in, but it may or may not always be possible to add everything. So, but there's a whole lot more to come, like not just at FarmCon, at Gamescom and beyond, and maybe even past Gamescom at events, we'll be announcing this, that, or the other. So there's a lot more that hasn't even been mentioned at all that will be mentioned in the future. So,
is there any features you can think of off the top of your head that have been removed that we could talk about? I'm just wondering. There's nothing I could think of that would have been on the list. One thing that wasn't mentioned as well, there was nothing mentioned about like seasonal cycles. I'm assuming that should be in game, right?
Maybe.
Same thing.
Sorry, I lost you guys there for a bit. Like it was buffering. What did you say? Repeat the question.
It looked like you were frozen up or just weren't answering me. One or the other.
Could have been either one with that question. Yeah, seasonal cycles, just that stuff's probably very similar to what we were used to seeing.
I have no idea on that one, to be honest. You mean like in 25, does it look the same as 22?
Is it first of all, is it there? Do we have seasonal cycles like to what we'd kind of expect?
Honestly, I have no idea on this, because for us, our focus is, of course, for my role, our purpose is to get the information out to the community and to influencers and such. So we're told what's new mainly at this moment of the game, right? Like, so we're not thinking about what's carried over. But these are all great questions, and I'll hopefully have an answer for you eventually.
Do you know anything about logging?
FS dude's been asking about logging a lot here.
Man, he's throwing some. I've had his comment
logging equipment. I would be surprised if it's not in the game. Like, that would be a huge step back. So I'm pretty confident to say it's in the game. We haven't talked about it, but listen, like we added it FS 17 when it was added first, and then it took us until 22 to do the first like expansion on it. So I would say that because we just had that big expansion, don't expect like another big one, right? It may be in a few more years, but like for this cycle, it's going to be about getting to other areas that we didn't cover with 22, right? So
what areas would those be, just so we're all clear?
keep trying, DJ.
More to come, not just this year but beyond too.
Yeah. I mean, just for the information we have right now, can you tell us everything about everything we have?
Now, obviously weather has been talked a little bit about in the brief and as in the trailer. Can you tell us anything else about the weather, or any expectations we can look at? Is there any information you could pass on other than what
more to come?
More to come. I thought so.
More to come. Yeah. This is one of the things that was talked about in this meeting today. So eventually it'll be ready to show. It'll be in, and you won't have to wait too long, hopefully. And FarmCon, Gamescom right around the corner. So
So weather, severe weather, or weather of some sort of effects is definitely something that you guys have been focusing on. It sounds like, though.
Yeah, and this is another thing. It's a feature that we've had a lot of people ask us for a long time, right? Because it's a huge part of real life agriculture. So, but again, don't expect like everything and it to be super punishing and things like that. I
want to be punishing. I want to be punished with my weather. Come on, Kermit.
I'm sure that you'll have a mod that'll punish you with weather in no time.
Ooh. Actually, that brings up the next question. I did see this earlier. I forgot who it was. Sorry, whoever wrote this one in. DJ, what are you doing over there? What about
trying to stay out of it?
Mod Hub? It's making a return as well. Like, is that going to be still a thing? We're going to still have mods. Kind of.
Oh, we're not getting rid of Mod Hub. No way. Like,
okay.
No.
Just making sure.
I was asked this for 22 as well, and of course not. It's we're very aware of how important it is for our game, our community. We love the mods for our game and the creativity that people get inspired with. So no, but like I saw a question, I think Omatana and maybe some others asked earlier, because there's some wording in the blog about the Giants engine, and it says like the modding friendly and something. I don't remember the exact words. So I think the question was like, does that mean that it'll be easier for modders to transition into 25? I don't have an answer for that one either. Because again, we're thinking about new features on our side right now, but it's a really good question. And there will be a modder Q&A at FarmCon on Sunday. Boom, all kinds of modders, and including Omatana, will be there asking the questions for you guys. And so there will be answers on that front that will come out of that, I would imagine. Yep. So
I was getting ready to say, I was like, if you're a modder, you'll probably find out more information next Sunday.
Yeah, exactly.
Whoop, whoop. So I also apologize. I'm sitting here yawning. I've been up since 5, and Sunday night I got 4 hours of sleep. I'm doing my best, man. I'm doing my best. If you see me yawning, I'm drinking coffee. We got Farmer Cup coffee in here.
Killing me over here, DJ.
Still, oh, there it goes again.
Hey, quit your yawning. Like he's bored.
Come on, man. I should be like, I flew halfway across the world.
Yeah. You've had to listen to DJ complain for the last weekend.
Completely switched my schedule to now be working, on a German time scale. You don't see me yawning. It's 9:30. Come on.
But I always yawn during the show. It's always at the same time. If I'm gonna be packed this time, yeah, probably. Meanwhile, I'll be outside being like, "Hey guys, what's up? It's DJ Goham. Check this out."
So I'm going through the rest of my list. Dirt bikes, yes, we will have dirt bikes in the game. You saw it in the trailer.
Only one
dirt
brand?
bikes. You put it as plural there.
I did hear.
Different brands.
That means because I didn't mean to put it plural, but if you're playing multiplayer, there'll definitely be more than one if 2 people are riding them. So that's what. But I have no idea if there's more than one brand. Like I have no idea if there's even a real life brand for
Aprilla. You guys have it in the trailer. That's a real life brand.
Perfect. There you go.
Yes.
So you know more than me on this topic. So, Clutch, can you tell me, are there more than one brands for dirt bikes?
I just know of Aprilia. This is coming from my motocross racing background of about 10 years ago, but not exactly. I was surprised to see that Aprilia was the brand. I'm not disappointed. I was hoping maybe for one of the North American brands personally, but hey, Aprilia is fine.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
that
KTM,
comes eventually.
In my mind, I was like, oh, maybe Giants will get KTM if it's going to be a dirt bike, but hey, I'll take whatever you guys get. I'm okay with it.
That'd be sweet.
I think that's the natural order of Giants, though, because the majority of our companies in Europe, of course, it's easier to make relationships with companies and get the licensing in Europe.
But, not wrong.
Yeah, but maybe in the future, though, now that dirt bikes are in,
yeah, there we go.
Yeah,
we already got 4-wheelers and stuff as well. Actually, to be honest, and I don't know if you can, if you've known anything about this at all. I mean, it did talk a little bit about the physics engine, but I talked about this in my video how in the trailer at least, the motorcycle, like the physics in a motorcycle is obviously a little bit different than vehicles. And I'm wondering, like, the suspension, like if there's ever been any translation between the suspension and the motorcycle over to vehicles for creating the new equipment and stuff. I'm kind of hoping that since you're having to take so much more attention on to a motorcycle now, that some of those physics will translate over to the rest of the game. That's all. I don't know.
That would be interesting, but I have no clue.
Yeah.
Some GE10.
Oh, the dog.
Enzo, what up, little dude?
Hey, bud.
There's no Sammy in there today.
The farm dog's here.
I've seen some people asking about irrigation and flooding. Now, obviously, from the trailer, we filled floods. Will we have to water our fields as well? Like other fields, will they need watering?
I don't know the answer to this, but I don't believe so. I think that this is just a feature that is coming for the wet rice. But I don't know for sure this answer. Unfortunately, like if it is a thing, yeah, the devs know about it, and I don't at this point. But I don't.
Fair enough.
I don't think so. I don't think it's for other crops.
Follow-up question: are they not telling you things so that you won't tell us?
No, that's a good assumption, but like I trust the two guys in this stream and so many other influencers right now, right? Like you guys weren't the source of the leak last week, so
yeah, there were people asking, like, was it a content creator? We're like, no, it was a German website.
No, and let me just sidebar on the leak and say, like, it's unfortunate we didn't like it either. But at the end of the day, like, as a fan of the game as well, I understand why people buy into a leak and get excited about, I want to see it, and things like that. But at the same time, there were so many content creators I watched today that intentionally avoided everything so that they could be like surprised in the moment. So it is what it is, and that we learn from it and move on. That's all we can do. So it sucked, but these things happen, right? Humans make mistakes. So, yeah.
There was a comment in my live stream this morning. They were like, DJ, you're doing a really good job acting. I was like, thanks, man.
I haven't seen any of this yet.
Not me, no.
What was the one question up here? So we talked a little bit about irrigation. Do you know anything about the pumps? Is it like pumps and hoses? Is that kind of base now?
Ooh, I don't know. That's a good assumption, but I have no idea, to be honest. Again,
yeah, I just saw those questions about that. So I was
basically for the flooding of the field, it's more to come later. I don't know. Like some of the more to comes are like FarmCon or Gamescom specific. This one, the answer was just more to come later. Okay. So I don't know when you'll see it, but there will be more on the flooding of the fields at some point.
That's good. And we'll tell you about it.
I think we talked about this over just the other day, or just yesterday, because it would have been DJ, about the fact that like this trailer seemed in a way to be more focused on actual new features in a sense, where in 22 there was stuff we were speculating on. It's ended up being like, I think Chalky was talking about afterwards, you guys are crazy, like you guys are just speculating way too far into this. Yeah, where this seemed to be more in depth into actual new features. That at least you guys Giants has kind of talked a little bit about in the blog, whether it be the rice fields and the irrigation, and then same with like the weather effects and possibly even now terrain deformation. So anyways, I'm just maybe we're reading into it a bit too much, but I don't know.
I think that also boils down to we now have a relationship with this company, Capsule Studio, that has now made the last 3, because they made the cinematic trailer for FS23 as well. So I think part of that is that, right? The companies get to know each other better, and we can get our message across better of what we want from what they're producing. So I think there was some like concerted effort to like make sure that it was a little bit more on point with what we were trying to convey. And for CGI trailers, I think that this one we did a good job of what you said, like showing off just a few of like the key features. Like I said, there's still a lot more to come. I love this community, but like, man, the knee-jerk reactions in the Farm Sim channel this morning, like from the trailer, like, guys, don't base this game off of just one CGI trailer, please. I'm begging you. Like, if you end up not wanting to buy it for whatever reason, fine, but don't make that decision today, because goodness, there's so much.
Well, that's just it. Like, if you were to watch the Farm Sim 22 trailer, which is the launch when we first fired up Farm Sim 22, if you based everything just off that trailer,
right,
you would be missing so much of what actually was released, right?
Like, someone was like, "Oh, great, they're just adding rice. This is a reskin of 22." Like in the chat, I'm like, "Come on, man! Of course, we're not just adding one crop and moving on." Like,
but Farm Sim 22 was a reskin of 19, which was also a reskin of 17.
Yeah,
and 50.
So I find that is the funniest thing I've ever heard. It's a reskin of Farm Sim 17. Like 17 and 19 was such a change.
Yeah, it's huge.
Yeah.
And this feels kind of like that. I didn't feel as big of a jump, even though 22 was vastly different than 19 was. This feels like another like really big step forward.
Yeah, and I think again that's why the last gen consoles are unfortunately going to miss out. You know, like that big jump is probably a side effect, or them losing access to it is the side effect to the big jump in the Giants Engine 10 and what it can achieve as far as the visuals. And so far I've seen some of it, and it is rather impressive. So yeah, it's looking good.
Could we talk a little bit about that? The things that are going to be involved with Giants Engine 10 and the few things that were mentioned, like distance fog. What is distance fog?
I'll put it very simple for you.
Okay.
It's going to sound really technical. It's fog in the distance.
That's that. I knew. I walked right into that one. All right. It also has
that one, DJ. Let's be honest.
Give you let me say that the official answer that I was given on this is more at FarmCon. There's a presentation on the engine that Stefan Geiger will give at FarmCon. So you're going to learn about distance fog and enhanced shadows and dynamic weather and ground deformation from someone that understands the technical terms of these things way better than my brain does. Stefan Geiger is super smart in this area. Like, right, this is his wheelhouse. So the presentation, he'll give you the information, and yeah, of course it'll be in German, but it'll be filtered out by these guys and others into other languages. But yeah, these things will be talked about. But what I can say is that in the distance fog, it was kind of explained of like in 22, take a cloud, for example, in 22 and put it like on the horizon. It kind of like, instead of blending in with the environment, it just like covers the environment up. Does that make sense? Yep. Whereas this fog will kind of blend more into the environment it's in. So again, I'm not a developer, so like we were literally asking Stefan Maros and Manu, like, please, like Chucky and I were like, please, we're stupid in this way, please tell us what this means.
This one screenshot I think is a pretty good job of kind of fairly describing it a little bit, at least what you're talking about. You don't really see this in Farm Sim 22, right? That depth of field almost. So we'll see.
I don't believe there's ray trace. People are getting the God rays confused with ray tracing. I don't believe ray tracing is a thing, but God rays are, and God rays are the sun.
Let me use my 4090. Come on.
So I don't think so. Maybe it is, but again, these technical questions, I'm useless sometimes. unless someone with that kind of brain has told me to convey the information. No, I don't understand these things.
Fair enough.
Can we talk about equipment with brands?
Yeah, I guess a little bit. I mean, all the brands that you know are there, like the big ones anyways. From what I know, I don't know exactly like all the machines. Of course, we'll have fact sheets and stuff like that, but
Yeah, but the main brands, so we'll get everything that we've kind of had the past, right?
Yeah, it was. Oh, there's Marcel giving you the answer you want. Wink.
Let's go. Actually, there's another computer.
I almost said Marcel's name. I forgot that. Like I knew he was in the chat, but I almost said like Marcel could answer this way better than me. So there you go. Yeah, what were we talking about? All the machines.
Brands.
Yeah, I mean, I think in the blog it mentions all the big players, right? Like
yeah,
all the
so
big players are there,
I think one of the questions was Kubota because it was a DLC. Well, Kubota's going to be back again, right?
Yeah, and that's typically how things have gone as well, like with other brands.
Is there anything new that we know of right now that we can talk about? I think Mac Dawn might be right.
The Mac Dawn, the CR11, so let's talk about the gold CR11.
Yeah.
Sure. I've got a picture of that somewhere here. I think. Let me see if I
can find it. Because I have an answer for this.
Okay.
And
it's part of the pre-order collection, right?
Yeah. So if you pre-order it digitally, the Giants version only, the regular version, you can get it that way. You get the Mac Dawn pack and the gold CR11. If you use one of these guys' partner codes and go pre-order the Giants eShop version right now, or whoever's partner code, it's included in that.
I didn't put our codes in the chat. Crap! I gotta change the description.
You get it in the collector's edition as well, as it is showing on screen now. So like collector's edition, you get it, but the only way to get it digitally is the Giants eShop version. The gold CR11.
Okay. Yep.
Now the Mac Dawn pack is the pre-order bonus for every pre-order, so collectors, regular, no matter the retailer or whatever. If you remember, for 22 we did like pre-order bonuses that were different for different regions. At least to my knowledge, I don't think we're doing the same thing. What we've done instead is Mac Dawn pack across the board for the pre-order bonus, no matter the platform or how you get it, but you have to pre-order it. There is also going to be, you can also get the gold CR11 in the game and season pass bundle as well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
Neato.
Yeah.
That's I didn't know that. That's something new.
Yeah.
Right. Actually, no.
And then the Mac Dawn, it's the pre-order bonus.
It's right there.
And it is the machine and 5 attachments.
5 attachments and the machine. Interesting. That was the other thing. I think there was some people that were pretty excited to see some straw swathing, I believe it was. Base game, it looked like. So, I mean, do you want the Mac Dawn for that, I guess? So go get your pre-order on, I guess, guys. I'm not one to advocate usually for pre-ordering, but I think if you're watching this stream right now, let's be honest, you're picking this up. So
I'm pretty sure the person that created the one for 22 is actually in the chat somewhere. BC Bueller.
BC Bueller, he's going to be hiding back there somewhere. He always is.
I saw him, yeah.
He always is hiding, lurking.
Actually, I can find out. Oh, maybe he's not. I tried the app thing and it didn't work.
So also going back to the collector's edition, like it may take a few days for this to be available because it is only a physical item, obviously. So it needs to now get out to the distributors, and then the distributors send it to the retailers. So just keep checking over the next days and weeks if it's not there. I'm sure that if it takes too long, we'll put out some sort of announcement about it. But eventually, just keep checking your local retailers, your online ones, like I said earlier, and it should show up eventually if it's available in your country. Unfortunately, some countries will be left out, but I have no idea to tell you which countries those are. I can, however, as the North American community guys say, North America, you guys are good. You can get the collector's edition. It will be available, of course, in Canada and in the US and Mexico, I believe, because I think that our distributor in we have to put the North American cover. We have to have 3 languages because we sell it in Canada. We have to have French, and we distribute it to Mexico as well. So it also has Spanish on the back of the box. But yeah, it's all distributed from Toronto. So
makes sense.
There's been a lot of questions.
Oh, and if you haven't caught on yet, everywhere that you see the game digitally, the machine is a Colossus 12 series. But in North America, the cover machine is a case
715.
Yes. And yes, this machine and maybe others will have both US and EU configs in the game.
Good.
Oh, I like to hear that.
Yes,
I really like to hear that.
I don't know if anyone's noticed or not, but the cover with the 715 is the EU version. So
yeah,
I didn't even notice that.
Good job with that. Sorry,
yeah,
Kermit, had to.
I was explained that there was a reasoning for this, and I don't remember why. But the physical version, I believe the cover that you'll get in North America will have on the cover the North American configurations too. I don't know that for sure, but I can confirm that you can choose them in game.
That's great. I like that. That's smart.
That's very cool. Yeah. Oh yeah, flashers. Does anybody know anything about 4-way flashers for consoles? Because it's never been a thing before. Because there's no button for it.
No clue.
I've been seeing the comment like a dozen times in here as well. Yeah. It's there's got to be a way to make that work, right?
Somebody gave me a button combo that should work. I'll send it to you if you could just sneak it in the game. That'd be so cool.
How do pre-orders work? Like, it depends on where you get it, and if you're talking like physical or digital. Like, if you get digital through us, you'll get an email with a key, and you need to make sure that you keep that key saved.
Yep.
The email, right? If you buy a physical version, you have the disc, and you want to make sure you don't lose the disc. Like, it just really depends on how it works. But if you want to switch PCs, like,
just use your key again. That's
fine.
all.
Yeah. It's a lot more simple than you probably making it out to be.
Yeah.
Because I use me as example. I swap PCs every year or two. Like literally tomorrow, I'm swapping PCs again.
So, how many PCs do you have right now?
Ask about slot count on.
The new one's different. This new PC is different. It's from
Origin.
Saying that.
I don't believe you.
Starting a new partnership. I'm excited about that.
Let me just. This has nothing to do with Farm Sim 25, but I want to take partial credit for DJ getting this PC because the guys from Origin showed up at the Farm Sim booth at PAX East and thought that they were talking to me. Because I know one of the guys for a long time now, but not like we only meet each other at conventions, right? So I was like, hey, come back by. And he saw the bearded guy at the Farm Sim booth, and I was off on lunch break or something.
It got all the way to having a meeting, like a Microsoft Teams meeting with important people at Origin, and they get in and they're like, "Who's this? What is this for?"
The one guy picked up on it.
Yeah. One guy picked up on it quick.
He's the influencer manager, so of course he picked up. This guy's a YouTuber for Farm Sim.
I was like, "Hi, I'm did you go ham? I want a PC, and maybe a code if anybody wants to buy one."
So Matsy asked if the beacon from 22 collectors will work in 25. Like, I see no reason why it won't. The whole reason I think for us now going to the ignition lock is that we thought, man, people really love the beacon. What could we now create that they can also interact with while they're playing our game? So that's what we went with. Someone made the comment in the Discord today, if Giants keeps making things like this, I'm going to run out of USB ports.
I need a bigger desk if you guys keep doing this stuff is my problem.
Maybe Farm Sim 35 will have to put out a Giants branded USB hub so that everyone can connect all the devices that we come up with.
This would have been the perfect opportunity. Just put a couple USB ports on the back of it.
That would have been great actually. So you could plug the beacon lights right into the key lock. I agree. The ignition lock, that would have been fantastic.
See, this is why you got to tell me about stuff like a year before it comes out. We could have helped with this.
Yeah. Jan Hendrik worked on these things, maybe others too, but this was like his baby. And you told me you have his personal phone number, so don't ask me about.
Yeah, I'm gonna FaceTime him tomorrow morning and be like, "Yo, why don't you tell me about this?"
I was waiting for this because I jokingly said at Farm Sim 35 we'll have, and then someone's like, Farm Sim 35 confirmed.
Yeah, but also Farm Sim 21 and 24 were confirmed. So let's back it up just a minute. Let's see. I see somebody asking about mouse steering. I don't think that's gonna happen.
I can't see that.
I don't know any other game.
I think there's too many other controls that go with the mouse right now. I don't know.
Yeah.
Because if you move the mouse back and forth, it moves the thing. But you have to use the mouse to interact with things in
Yeah.
the game, and then you don't want to be driving, and then all of a sudden.
I mean, you could make it so it was. Oh man, I can't even imagine the differences. I mean, it works in like American Truck Sim. You can do a mouse steering with, but I don't. But I think that's a much more simplified control scheme over Farm Sim. So I don't know. I don't think it's going to be a thing though. And Kermit, you could yell in and change my mind if otherwise.
If you're worried about, so just take the controls that the mouse does and remap them to steering. You should be able to do that, right?
But not for like mouse steering. Like when you actually steer, you can't use your mouse to steer left and like if you move your mouse instead of like looking, it's actually steering.
Oh, I got an idea. 2 mouses, and you got one on both sides. You're gonna. Actually, you just hear a lot of like.
You're killing me.
You're like, quit clicking. Also, I do want to say that Kermit's now here 10 minutes later than I told him he was going to be. So
I know.
This always happens.
Questions, right?
You also called me this morning and said, I just need 5 minutes, and it's never.
It was 12. It was 12 instead of 5.
To be fair, it still was a lot shorter than normal. But that was just because it was announcement day and we had no choice.
Yep. And I needed to know, like, I had some questions.
Actually, that's an interesting question you might be able to answer on. Unit convert. Any chance, since we have different European and North American tractors and equipment, is there a chance we'll have different units for North American?
Beyond the units we have already, like you're talking about, like
going into like bushels and that kind of like, right?
I don't know this for sure. I definitely have suggested it a lot. I represent the North American community. I get it, but let me speak and say we're one of the only countries in the world that doesn't use. I mean, I kind of also get it. Like at the same time, I don't like it any better than you because I have to pull out Google or whatever and be like, what the heck is this and that? But it also makes sense to me why it is the way it is. But I will continue to suggest it and fight for it. But I have no clue if it's.
Anytime I think of a liter, I just think of like a 2 liter of Coca-Cola.
I need a liter of cola.
And a liter of cola.
A liter of cola.
So I just imagine like a 2 liter, and if something's like, what was it? There's like buckets that are 100 liters. I'm like, yeah, it wouldn't fit in there. I judge the buckets, but then I get like my little trailers that hold 1,000,000 liters. I'm like, I could probably add another 0.
I don't even know where to go with that.
We move on.
I assume you're asking what the slot count is. Did you want to talk anything about that, Kermit? I think you were bringing that up for a second.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I have no clue. I don't have the answer on this, but, maybe it changes, maybe it doesn't. Without the last-gen consoles, I know it was all, like, different depending on the platform you had, etc. I have no clue. But this just, like, the slot count can't go away. If you're on console, it sucks. I get it. You want to have as many machines and such as you want, and as soon as you download a modded map, that's already taking up some slots. There you go. Marcel knows better on that when he says too early to answer slot counts.
Yeah, I figured as much.
I mean, but it has to exist. It's never going to go away. So like I see people all the time like, get rid of the slot counts, get rid of the bail count on console. If we did that, the game would literally break and you wouldn't be able to play it. And that's just that's not what we want.
Wait, you mean like Farm Sim 17?
Anything we can talk about precision farming? I've seen that question a few times. Precision farming, is that going to be?
No clue. I guess that depends on if John Deere wants to carry that on or not. I have no clue about that. Yeah. But if it does happen, it'll be free mod and it'll be there. Yeah.
So it wouldn't be a base game feature, you don't think, though?
I don't think so. No. I mean, we could have made that decision for 22.
Yeah.
I think that it's just easier to have it as a mod because if you add it base game, you're gonna have to add all the toggles in for stuff too.
Yep.
So why not just keep it a mod? I think that's the simplest way, I would guess. But again, I don't know for sure.
Larry, killing me, dude. Gotta answer him.
Can you go through the list of 3-meter cultivators for DJ? There we go.
Yep. I think this may be another one. He did it twice. Did he do it on both channels?
No, they're both on mine.
Okay. Larry's awesome.
Cheers, dude. No, I appreciate you.
That may be a Marcel question, more of a Kermit question.
Yeah, no
What's
kidding.
that?
We need a list of 3-meter cultivators just for DJ.
We need
the whole list.
The full list.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's got to be above 20.
All right.
Mm.
All right.
I did have another question, but I can't remember what it was. Go ahead, DJ.
Oh, I was going to say something really dumb.
That sounds about right. Go for it.
Well, if you get 23-meter cultivators, that's still only 60 meters. And there's some pieces of equipment in the game that are like 20 plus, right? And if you go with like a DB120, that's like 31 meters, right? It's like, 120 feet, right? So like, that was it. That's how dumb it was.
All right. Good question.
Thanks, man. just participation trophy. That's all I'm here for.
Can we talk about build mode quickly? I know you're not gonna be able to say much, obviously. We're still ways away, but is there any changes that is there things that have changed at all that we can talk about? Or even, is there a change maybe? I don't know. Could we expect something more? Or do you think it's gonna be the same? Once again, I know we can't go too into depth. We're still a ways away from this, and this is all stuff that gets kind of more as we get closer. But
it depends. So you're talking, obviously, build mode in 22.
Yeah. The big change I think for build mode 22 was like a lot of it was the fences. All of it, like the way we could build fences now was so much better, obviously, than 19. That was kind of the one big thing for us. I mean, the terraforming and stuff was changed a little bit. I know for better or worse, some people were not as big of a fan of it for some reason. Right. I personally like it, but I'm just wondering if is there a change to the whole build mode? I guess is there anything that's
I would say I don't
different?
know for sure. Like if we're talking purely build mode, how it exists now, if it's improved. I don't know anything about these features, but I will say there are some build mode adjacent things that I'm aware of will take place that you'll find out more about later.
Okay, so there are some changes that we will find out about. Okay, that's kind of what I wanted to know, just to see if it's still the same. It's going to be a little updates, little tweaks.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Maybe going back to the way things were in 19.
I know why do you like the ones in 19 so much better? Everyone doesn't like the ramping thing. I love it. I use it all the time.
I love the build mode in 22. It's
Same.
like the only thing I would say is yes, I get why you guys want to be able to save it or have an undo button, but it wasn't possible or whatever. But just keep saving your game.
Where was that mentioned?
It was mentioned in the. Actually, I bet you I can pull it up here somewhere.
Well, construction missions were mentioned.
Somebody screenshot it. Screenshot it right now. Somebody screenshot this. No, we're not letting this slide.
I will say that if you guys didn't ask the right question here, I have an answer, but you haven't asked me the right question.
Do we get it for free? Is that the right question? I don't know what question to ask.
Someone else asked the question this morning. We got the answer to it, but yeah, DJ wanted me to read the questions, and that's not how this works.
Yep, but if you already have the questions,
that way. It's hardball in here today.
I mean, I've told you everything on my list except this one thing because you haven't asked. And I mean, unless we miss it in chat, I've not seen anyone else specifically ask about it. And it's from the screenshots or the trailer. Maybe both. That's a hint.
Oh boy.
I mean, honestly, I'm really disappointed in you guys that you didn't already ask me about this because I know that you went through every minor detail. Maybe it's only in the 5 screenshots that we sent gold partners and DJ.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Ready enough.
I know what it is.
You know what it is?
Chickens have buttholes.
Yes. Do the chickens have buttholes? Yo, why is the chicken butt just shown for 10.5 seconds? It's just. And then afterwards, they're like, should we eat it? Why were chicken buttholes?
No, he says there's something missing. And it's like, yeah, the chicken butthole's missing. That's what's missing.
The chicken has no butthole.
God, I had forgotten all about the chicken butts until, man, that's not where I wanted you guys to go, but I think that's a good place for me to leave now.
Look, all I'm saying
I have to head to
right,
Rotterdam in 10 hours, by the way.
I'm going to hit play. It's still there. That's such a long time to be staring at a chicken's butthole, and it's not even there. And that's not the first time you've done this either. If you go back and watch the Farming Simulator 23 trailer, chicken's running. It's different because that one has a butt and this one does not. Why? What happened? What happened to it? Is that why this one's the pet?
I have no idea how that makes it a pet, DJ. You're killing me here.
If you can't produce eggs, then you become a pet, I guess. You either have to be, you know.
Look.
Oh, boy.
I'm assuming that's not the question, though, right?
No, it sounds like that wasn't the question at all.
Nope, that wasn't it.
No.
I do have the screenshots if you want to go through those. I've mentioned that I have.
Let's go through the screenshots and let's see if that's where this thing is.
Okay.
And if not,
because I was saving these for in a few days because I don't know. I was being selfish. I didn't want to show them yet.
Yeah, honestly, I'm really. Someone said stream went off the rails at 21:01. Yeah, it's 10:04 p.m. here. It did. Honestly, I'm surprised it took that long for it to go off the rails. I thought chicken butt would be. I thought the chicken butt would be mentioned out of the gate. I mean,
right.
That was the first thing. That was the first question DJ asked me, or the first comment he made on the CGI trailer.
It was dirt bike followed by why is the chicken? Why is it zoomed into the chicken?
Yeah, I was. When we sent the stuff to the gold partners, I actually sat and watched the trailer with DJ, and I just heard him go, "Dirt bike, chicken butthole." He just
That's a pretty good DJ
like
voice.
random
That's a
words
pretty good DJ
of
voice.
what he noticed.
Wish that wasn't true. So very, very true.
Oh,
All
this
right.
is different. All right. Ooh. Central Cafe.
Colder.
Hey, look at that fog in there. There you go.
Colder.
That's
Colder. Even colder.
Now we're back to the beginning again. These are
Those are
all
the
the
new
things I pulled
screenshots.
up.
Hot,
Those are
hot,
new
hot,
screenshots,
hot,
right?
hot, hot.
Okay, so we're rebuilding the. Oh, I see what it is. Wait, do
You
we
think
have
we're-
to?
You think that's our construction? You think that's what it's going to be?
What?
More
Because
to
that's
come.
a sell point. Look, that's a sell point, right? Or at
It should
least
be a
at the
grain
very,
sell point, yeah.
or at least
a
a
transport
grain-
to train.
Yeah, but like if it's all beat up like that, then what if it's a production chain and not that, and you have to bring like wood planks because that's the only thing this is missing, right? Other than maybe a little bit of paint, but I can't imagine Giants letting us mix our favorite oils and petroleum products together. So,
Okay.
is that?
I mean,
is that it?
It's interesting. Like
Yeah,
well,
more coming at FarmCon.
All right.
So, this is on the American map, and that'll be shown at FarmCon.
This is the American map right here. Ooh, look at that. There's that's a little touch. Interesting.
Yep.
Central Cafe. Nice.
I mean, that looks American, of course. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
I like how it's got an arrow on the side of the building. Where
Yeah.
was
Which
it?
way do you go to get
Honestly,
into this building?
Classic American food. Yep, that's what we see on every building.
J-Bot says, answer more to come, Kermit. Honestly, I should change that to my name on the Discord server. Just
Yeah, I think
more
so.
Yeah. Oh, we're
more to
presidents
come.
in here. What I did?
All right. So there you go. We got to see some screenshots of the North American farm.
Yeah. Yep. Like I said, these are screenshots
Boats.
you
It
won't
looks
see
like boats on that one too. We got boats confirmed in farm sim
multiple
20.
boats.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I don't know if this is the American map or not, but I do know that that
It's definitely
grain
the American
elevator.
map. Well, I don't know. I guess this could
will
be
be shown at
the
FarmCon.
Asian map as well.
It definitely looks. Yeah, I don't.
Looks North
grain
American
mill
to me.
Looks pretty North American to me for sure. Yeah.
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 Interesting silo system. Alright.
So yeah, the American map will be shown at FarmCon. The Asian map will be shown later on. So, yeah, for the American audience, I know that the American maps you relate to them more. Of course, you like to play maps, or some people do, of other locations. I definitely do. I like to see what agriculture looks like in the rest of the world, but I still love playing the American maps. So, rice is a huge crop in the U.S. as well. It's like our fifth most produced crop or something like that. It's up there. So I don't want it to be missed that, like, you know, I think some people were like, rice. I live in the U.S. It doesn't matter to me. Of course, farming looks different everywhere, no matter.
Oh, I guess he ran out of internets.
We lost him. That's what happens.
Should we just leave him like frozen like this for the rest of the stream?
Well, he absolutely. The thing is, he said that
There he is.
All right.
I've said too much. I've said too much, and they turned the internet off. I don't know. I am all the way in Germany, and so maybe that has something to do with it.
The EU map is Sri Lanka.
Sri Lanka from the premium edition. Yes.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
I think that's about all we got, like, right now.
Yeah. Listen, I know there was like 1,000 other questions asked that I couldn't answer, or maybe never will. But there is a lot more to come. So there's a lot more to come over the next few months. I'm really excited. I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, as a fan of the game, you know, the things that we're adding in, but we're still at the stage where, like I said earlier, when it's ready, we'll show it to you. So, like, don't perceive us not talking about this or that, meaning that it doesn't come. Like I said earlier, the knee-jerk reactions to the trailer, immediately people are like, "It's just rice, whatever. I'm not buying this game. I'm done. It's just rice. It's a reskin." That's not the case at all. There's a lot coming. Yeah. I can't. I mean, I don't. It's Farm Sim 25, the year of the chicken butt. Apparently, it's just this isn't gonna go away, is it, guys? DJ's got a hold of this one, and
I'm telling you, it's like. And it's not just Farm Sim 25, it's 23. and I don't think any chicken butts were at Farm Sim 22. But I
mean, who's counting though? Hey,
well, I was. Yeah, I actually did count. Can I get things in here? What I did?
You guys.
So more info is coming soon about FarmCon, and like that you. So one last thing is that part. Because there was a lot of, and you guys included, the two guys above me in this video right now. There's been a lot of anxiety going around the community over the last over the last 6 months or more, right? And I get it, because you guys, at this point, I think everyone expected 25 to be a thing, right?
We're used to having the trailer like in the spring almost, right? Typically,
right. Yeah. So, to put it simply, the decision was made. Remember that Farm Sim 22 was the first game we self-published. So over that time frame, publishing team has grown and learned as well, of course, the processes and such. So the decision was made that we wanted to announce the game and be able to have pre-orders ready immediately. And we wanted it also to be closer to FarmCon, so there wasn't this huge gap of, here's a CGI trailer, but we're not showing you gameplay or giving you like a big blast of information. So sorry about the anxiety. I get it. Good news is the announcement's out now. There's a lot more awesome things to come, but that was just the decision made, and I think it was a good one. And yeah, I'm glad that FarmCon is just a few days away. And more information about FarmCon, the schedule of FarmCon. If you guys will, if you're not there at FarmCon, there will be something for you. I said it earlier. There's going to be more information coming out about that soon. So if you're not there in person, you will get to see a little bit. But still, even if you see the little bit that's going to be available for everyone worldwide, make sure you watch DJ's content, the other guys that are there covering the presentations, because FarmCon has way more in-depth information than this stream will have. So
and once I get it translated, I got you.
Yeah. And I'll be assisting you with that as well. So
my man.
we'll make sure that everyone's prepared for next week. But yeah, lots of stuff coming at FarmCon, and you don't have to wait that long. And then a lot will be known about the game. This time 2 weeks from now, we will be done with FarmCon, and a lot more will be known. But then there's still more that you won't know to come later too. That's how it's gonna go. So, yeah, I'm excited about the year, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. we got a lot of cool things in store. So looking forward to it.
Heck yeah. Speaking
Awesome.
of store, somebody's asking why it's so much more expensive on PlayStation than everywhere else. It's PlayStation and Xbox are the same price.
Yeah, console's $10 more.
Yep, console's $10.
You got to pay that console tax.
The console
There is a console tax. Yes.
So
Yeah, I think we're good.
I leave for TwitchCon at Rotterdam. Klaus and I are leaving in under 10 hours now for Rotterdam. It's about a 9 to 10 hour drive.
Well, you're driving.
Yeah, Klaus is driving. We're taking one of the Vitos and a bunch of equipment, right?
Oh,
so
okay.
it's not. Yeah, you've been going to too many U.S. events where we buy the equipment on site, but here in Europe we have the equipment. So we'll take the equipment ourselves. It's going to be interesting because we can talk about 25 now, but we'll basically have the CGI trailer and the blog info and can tell people to stay tuned for more, like I did to you guys over the last hour. More to come.
More to come.
That's it. So.
We'll just send you a copy of this podcast, and you could just put it up instead of the gaming station. Just put this up, and if anybody asks questions, be like, just go watch that.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. We got you. Look at us.
I think too many chicken butt references for us to put it up in an official event.
Not enough, I think, is the
Just
answer.
edit it and blur the screen so it's like, what were they talking about?
Yo, yeah. So I didn't. Yes, J&M was in the trailer, and yes, it's coming into the game. Someone just asked that. It's the first time I've seen it. I'm surprised it.
Yep.
It's in the trailer.
Yep.
But
J&M, Aprilia, Missouri, which there may be a group of YouTubers talking about going to visit Missouri in the UK in about 2.5 weeks.
Yeah, I don't think you're saying that right, because
Missouri.
Keep trying.
It's M and then the letter Zuri. So it's either
The
wrong
letter
or
Zuri.
I'm wrong. But calling it Missouri just doesn't feel right because there's no I in between.
All right. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, I could sit and talk to you guys forever, but I shouldn't. I need to
you
do
got
this
places to be apparently tomorrow.
Yep.
Yeah.
I didn't actually know that when I asked you to come on the podcast.
It's all good.
You still
It's
said
all
yes.
good. Yep.
Well, appreciate it, Kermit.
Yep.
Yeah, of
rock,
course.
bruh.
I'm sure I'll be back again at some point soon. There's a lot more info to come, and there'll be a lot more questions too.
Yep.
So.
Oh, I can't wait to ask them all.
Kermit's gonna be back in videos in a week, in like 3 days. So
How many more chicken butt questions are we going to be asking? Is going to be the question, I guess. That's going to be I think we should place like a bet on that. What's the over under on chicken butt questions?
Oh God.
I'm just curious why. Like who made the decision to put like that side of the
I'm sorry,
chicken?
Kermit. Kermit, I'm so sorry.
It just doesn't make any sense. Also, if anybody saw the thumbnail, yes, I did put K-Bot's mouth where it should be.
Can I just sign off and let DJ wax poetical now on his own about
By all
chicken
means.
butt?
Yeah.
By all means.
Yeah.
All right, bye guys.
Kermit.
Yeah, see you guys who will be at FarmCon. See you there. See you on people's content that will be at FarmCon as well. I'm sure you guys will be in the chat. And yeah,
Oh, crap.
keep being awesome. Well,
See you,
there's
DJ.
DJ left before I did.
Yeah, there you go.
I
Bye,
think
guys.
the camera turned off.
See you, buddy. We'll talk to you soon. All right.
I think that camera overheated.
Oof.
Yeah.
I mean, you got a little too excited for it.
Yeah. So one of the reasons why I was, because I got this one,
Yeah.
and then we got that one.
It's not working.
It's back there. That's the camera that I've got that I'm taking with me to next week when I go over.
Yeah.
And yeah, I didn't actually know like how long it'd take before it overheated.
Oh, now you know.
Turns
About an hour.
Yep. Turns out it's about an hour.
About an hour.
Let's talk about some like specifics real quick, just so it's out there for people that like want to find stuff. Let's talk about the specifics. Price, it looks like it's going to be $50 for PC,
North America, right?
$60 for consoles. It looks like they're
That's
on the
US prices as well, right?
They are US prices, yeah.
Yeah.
And then as far as PC guys, for your minimum specs, you need a 64-bit processor and operating system, and that really wouldn't be too big of a deal. It ain't gonna run on your Google Chromebook thingy. So
I don't think 22 would run on that anyways.
Yeah.
I think the specs, I didn't double check them, but they seem similar to 22, to be honest.
Yeah, they're not that, like, I mean, I look at this, I'm like, oof, who's still running a computer like that, but I understand. It just is what it is. I don't. I'm a console player that just happens to have a bunch of PCs. So operating system's going to be Windows 10 or Windows 11. It's also going to run. It says Mac OS 11.3, but like it's whatever Mac OS is like out right now.
Yeah.
It'll run on that one. So just make sure you got like an M processor, M1. Like all of mine have M1 still, and they're only M4 now.
Yeah. Can you really run it on Mac though?
Nah, it's gonna suck just like every other game. I would play on Mac. I have really nice Macs. That's what I edit on. I have to take 2 computers with me when I go to events because it plays like crap on Mac and I can't edit on Windows.
Yeah, why is it so bad?
I don't know. Anyway, if you guys are using processors, so the Intel Core i5-6400, which was 8 generations ago.
Yeah, it's the old now.
And then the AMD Ryzen 5 1400, which came out in 2017, 2018. So there you go. Memory's 8 gigabytes of RAMs. Hopefully you've got more than that. NVIDIA GTX. I should tell you right there. 1050 Ti, AMD Radeon RX 470. Recommended 3 gigs of RAM, and it's DX12, not DX11.
Apparently, DR Modding wants to use the Google Chromebook thingy.
Yeah.
I don't believe you for a second, man.
It might work. Those are 32-bit, right? Chromebooks are not 64-bit processors, right?
It's a Chromebook, man. It's not gonna. The graphics card alone's not gonna run that.
I will. DR, if you do that, if you make a video about it or make a post on your Facebook, because I still stack your Facebook all the time, yeah. I will put it on Farm Sim News as the headline topic and be like, you will not believe what DR did. I got you.
I got Farm Sim to run on my Chromebook.
Yeah. Let's do it. But what happens next is crazy. Network, you need internet. It takes up 45 gigs, which is like 10 or 15 more than 22 did.
It's actually moving up. I better buy out of the hard drive.
Slightly misleading. Said it should be 3800X. He's just got like a normal smiling face. Like that's not a big difference.
I hope that's wrong.
I'm guessing that's wrong.
That seems a little bit.
He's probably hinting like, hey, just see whatever you can get. As good as you can get.
Bump it up a little bit. Bump it up a bit.
Get that. Yeah.
Anyway, maybe that's what it is. Maybe if you had the higher end graphics, you'll get the chicken butts to show up.
Ooh! You just gave me a great idea. I think I'm gonna make really poor financial decisions and build.
You? Never.
Yeah, never. And I'm going to build the minimum spec PC for Farm Sim. He said I wrote the recommended spec. Oh yeah, where's recommended? Those are. Oh, never mind. Those are minimum requirements. Where's the recommended requirements? Non-minimum.
That makes sense.
Fair enough. Well, I'm not gonna build a. Actually, I probably have all the parts for a recommended spec. Yeah. A Ryzen 5 1400. I don't. What are those? $20 on Amazon. 8 gigabytes of RAM. I could sneeze and make 8 gigabytes come out of my nose. 1050 Ti.
I do have something we haven't really talked about for the most part in this stream so far.
Ooh, tell me.
Let's bring it up.
I'm gonna put you up here because I'm gonna let you take control.
Well, I mean, it's oh crap. I want to bring this one bigger. I need to make it bigger. There we go. We didn't talk about the year one bundle at all. Like we know it's the thing.
Oh yeah, the Bundaroo.
Once again, Giants being a little bit cryptic with all their stuff that's going to be included with that, right? The 4 different DLCs.
I have hot topics on 3 of the 4.
Okay. Do you want to start off?
They're so hot. I think I know what they are.
Oh, okay. All right. So let's start off then.
Let's talk about the third one. Stars align, right?
Yep.
When you think of stars aligning, you think, okay, the sun and the moon, because no sun really, just moon. Doesn't this look like the moon coming above a cloud, right? And here's the thing. I don't know anything about this one. I got nothing. Like, that's the coolest thing I've got is like, this is the moon coming above clouds. But it also maybe looks like a lounge chair. But then, like, what are the two dots coming off the left side? What is this? Now the other one's the one that that I know the second least about, that I think I know the second least about, is the first one, innovative machinery. So innovative is in bold. Now, when you get one word and you bold it, you just have a word that is bold. But when you have two words that are bolded out of three, you would think, well, maybe I could figure more out about this one. But no, look at that. It is a light bulb, right? Wrong. That is the reel of a combine harvester. We're getting combines in the first one. Don't quote me, but I think maybe. Doesn't it look like a reel?
Holy.
But it does kind of now, doesn't it, when you look at it?
I regret asking any of these questions.
Anyway, here's the thing. If you take multiple words and bold them, right?
Yeah.
Then you have more emphasis on dis and dis. One word is just a word, but two words is a full sentence to some people. And then what if you take three words, but one of them's a symbol, and it's above a 7? It's a Plains and Prairies performance. Plains and Prairies.
I'm so sorry.
And here's the thing as well. This is weird. I don't think that they think that we noticed, but we did notice there's a sun in the background coming up or going down. Also in the front, those are not hoof marks. Those have got to be the marks from tractors with the little V shape in the thing. They have to be. There's literally nothing else in the world that this could be. And then on the left side of that, you've also got, no, let me have this one. On the left side, you've got like a rock thing. You know, there's like red rocks and like Utah and stuff like that. Hey, now I can't see it. Now it just looks like I'm a crazy person going, da, 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 da. Bring it back up. So the Plains and Prairies, that's got to be American, right? There's nowhere in the world where plain is spelled like that and prairies together that is an America. It's an America DLC. But that's not all, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! New map and diving. Dive into a new map. Who says that? Nobody says that. But Giant said that. And there's water. You see the water? Look at the water behind the house. Right? What do you do with water? You dive into water. The map is being thrown in the water, but it's diving because it learned how to dive. There's also new cows in there, but you got to zoom in really close. I think it's a UK, like, British map. Is he British or Scottish? Something like that. It's gorgeous, and I love it. And that's the one I feel like I know the most about. And there's probably a new crop. I hope it's Durham wheat, because that would make sense if it's in that area.
You know what I think the map is, right?
I gotta pee.
It looks like Shamrock Valley. It looks like some kind of
You
close
do.
to Shamrock Valley from 17. Just saying. Schultz, you're not wrong.
All right, so now it is reboodle time.
Yeah.
Tell me where you think I'm wrong.
I could start, but I mean, we might as well just erase your whole thing that you just said. So basically, the last 5 minutes you've been talking, we'll just
Is
go
it
into
5 minutes? There's no way.
Let's just erase all of that, and then we can rewind. Someone give me the rewind me, and we'll go back in time and pretend you didn't say anything. I mean, I don't know where else you want to go with. I think all of it's wrong, but anyways, it's interesting nonetheless.
Okay.
I think we'll dive into this more in depth over the next.
Wait, are you telling me that you don't have any clues? No guesses?
I do, but I think we could save that for a whole Farm Sim show.
I didn't think about that. We could have saved this content for later.
Yeah, probably could have. And we probably will anyways. Let's be honest. The way we do things, we still got like 9 months to wait before we can really go into this stuff. So, yeah, that's the thing. Anyways, thanks for the I just think the map is Shamrock Valley. I think I said that earlier to you, but I'm just saying, guys, the map looks like it's Shamrock Valley to me. I'm just saying. For those that played Farm Sim 17.
Yep.
That was all I had. You went way more in depth than I thought you were going to on that. Holy.
It was a bug. I don't think I got it.
We're
good.
So I think we've all watched the trailer. If you guys haven't watched the trailer, you can check it out on
anybody's channel.
Well, I don't have it posted on my channel. I've got the reaction. I posted my reactions of the. So check out the reactions on everybody's channel. If you want to see the whole thing unedited, you can go to the Giants Farming Simulator website or YouTube channel. They have the whole thing unedited there. It's just the trailer.
I edited the first, I don't know, 30 frames or 20 frames or something.
So it doesn't say Peggy 3 in it?
No. Peggy 3. Nobody cares.
Neil, you might be right. I think Neil figured out what it was.
Stars align, space, satellites, GPS, aliens.
Maybe. Yeah, we got no real info on that. Did you want to talk about the 16-bit version that comes with the collector's edition?
Yeah. Well,
you
all right.
know a bit more about than I do.
Yeah, you want to pull up the picture of that while I start
got
to
it here
rant
somewhere. There it is. Go.
All right. So the 16-bit's kind of neat. So do you remember the 8-bit that came out with Farm Sim 19?
Not really. I can't say I played it or saw it, really.
Cool. Well, I didn't either, but I do remember it because Daggerwin did a video, and immediately I was like, oh, yeah, I don't care. And not because of him, just because of what it was. But I got to play it at the Giants thing because they had it at a Commodore 64. And one of their, 2018, their April Fools was that Farm Sim was coming out on the Commodore 64. And then they made that into an 8-bit version that you could emulate on your PC, which was kind of neat. It was what it was. Anyway, this one's twice as good. And that's where we're talking about also the bit thing. So the version like Farm Simulator 25 as well as 22 and 19 and everything, those have been on 64-bit systems. This is a 16-bit. So it's a little bit better than 8. It's double, but it's not quite. Anyway, there's also a soundtrack. I don't know who that Chris person is. Chris, if you're watching, hit me up, dog. So I don't know what that is. Yeah. But I will say that, like, when you see, like, retro and then bit and stuff like that for that kind of thing, I would think, like, okay, that's kind of like 80s music and that kind of thing. Stuff like that. But, like, Forza just did that. And I really liked that. That was cool. So, like,
that's different.
Maybe Farm Sims bring it back. Anyway, that kind of looks like the Farm Sim 17 cover a little bit, even though that's a 900, not a 700, I think.
That's a good question. Can the 16-bit version run on a Chromebook?
It should be able to. I don't like giving that answer away, but I would laugh if the system requirements for the 16-bit were a 64-bit processor. Who sees these little CG? Yeah, no, I made this comment. So you can see at the top left of both those, it says digital download. This was a thing for Farming Simulator 19 as well. All the PC copies had digital codes inside. Actually, I can't remember. I think I gave mine to Lancey Boy last year. Or whenever it came out. But inside there's codes. So if you buy the collector's edition and you're on PC, inside cover should be in the back or maybe on a sleeve.
I got a manual in here, but yes.
Look inside the
Is it in the back of this one?
It's in there.
Yeah, let's just see. Hang on a sec. I've never taken the disc out of this before.
Yep, I haven't taken mine out either.
Oh yeah. So there's a code in the back, right on the back cover of the manual.
Somebody zoom into that real quick.
That's why my thumb's covering it. Because this code would work on this as well, to be perfectly honest. Because I've never used it.
All of mine are used up. I've given away all of mine. DOS 3.1. Get out of here, Richard. So that's it's neat. I don't know. I think it's cool.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I love their collector edition stuff. I think they do a really good job with that. This ignition lock,
it's neat.
I think it's neat. But at the same time, I'm just trying to imagine if I'm going to use it. Like every time I get into a vehicle, I'm going to have to reach over to this thing and. Anyways,
yeah, I love how it does have the Giants logo on the top.
I think it might actually fit like right. I don't know. I have to see the size, but if it fits right in my Thrustmaster, like the Thrustmaster steering wheel, farm,
right
whatever you call it. Yeah. Because like there's like a little spot where it looks like it might fit. Then maybe I'll just like put it in there permanently almost, but we'll see.
I'm gonna buy as many collector's editions as I can and see if you can use them all at the same time.
How many ignitions can I have? And do I have to turn every single one on?
I mean, what was it for the last one? I did the helmet. Actually, it's still back there. By the way, those the command strips that I used between the hat and the beacons.
Yeah.
Holds great. It's still holding 3 years later.
Oh yeah. I had them on the top of my monitors for the longest time.
So I'm just trying to figure out like what stupid thing can I do with these? Like,
I don't know. Yeah, if you have like 10 of them, do you have to turn every key on in order to turn the vehicle on?
yeah, but if I did that, that's also buying 10 collector's editions, and that's $800. That's a stupid thing. Not an opinion. It's not a button box. It's fair. It's fair. But we're a bunch of YouTubers. What do you expect? We're like, all right, I know how it's supposed to be used. How can I use it how it's not supposed to be used? Yeah, that's what I want.
I still want them to make it so we can use those beacon lights for like random other things with our computer.
They work with was it ATS? Yeah.
I haven't tested it, but mine hasn't worked with anything other than Farm Sim as far as I'm aware. If there's a way to get it to work, let me know.
I think it was a previous update, but I don't know. Also,
okay.
Kermit sent a message, said that was a lot of fun. I'm glad I can start doing stuff like this.
Nice. Yeah,
well,
he must
again,
be. But... I'm glad we got through this weekend because this weekend sucked. It was not fun to just shut up for the whole weekend after everything was out. It was like, yeah, you guys can't talk about anything yet.
Yeah, Marcel, close your ears. Yeah. So do you want to talk about it a little bit?
I don't think there's much to say. I mean, obviously, everybody that was in here knows that there was a leak that released back on Thursday, I think it was.
Wednesday or Friday. The leaks were Friday.
Was it? Anyways, it was before.
It was
anything was out.
It was Friday because it was right when I started doing my mod video.
Oh, okay.
I got a message from an unknown alias who said that it was supposed to work but hasn't come in the update yet. Talking about the beacon. Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, that's why my mod video was like 2-3 hours later than it should have been. Because I was running around trying to figure out how I was going to handle that whole situation, trying to communicate with Giants as well. To be fair, their stance was exactly the same from the beginning and never changed. And I will say I appreciate Kermit and Chalky. They had to deal with a lot over the weekend.
They did. Yeah.
I was one of the reasons that they had to deal with a lot.
Same with me.
Trust me, I complained and was like, please let me post something. Let me post it. Let us do this. Let us to give the people the real right answers instead.
Well, we plan on doing this show on Friday.
Had to cancel it.
Yeah.
We were sitting here with Kermit like a couple minutes before it was supposed to start.
It was about half an hour, something like that.
So, DJ, you're not supposed to admit that.
It's just unfortunate. Like we could complain about the way it went down. It sucks that we weren't allowed to really talk about it. Like we could. I think the wording was we could acknowledge the leak, but we can't talk about anything that's in the leak or what else there is out there. So, for us to do a show and be able to even do any streaming or anything this weekend, the chat, of course, you guys would be asking about. Well, because most of you at that point had probably seen something about it, whether it be a screenshot, even the trailer, or just some information. I think most people, it seemed like, only got bits and pieces of it though, because they were taking it down almost as fast as it was going out. So you'd see like an image and then it'd be gone. And
I will say that they did a really good job of getting stuff down. So of course I was, and some of the members of my community as well were finding stuff and we're trying to get it reported as quickly as possible. Because if we're not allowed to do it, then we're going to make sure that Giants can do what they do. And like every time I would send Chalky or Kermit something, we're like, oh yeah, we already know about that one.
Yeah. They were on top of it. Yeah. It's just it just made it difficult because I didn't want to be involved in any streams or anything where everyone was asking questions about it. And then
I tried to stay out. Like who was it? FSG did a stream. Was it Saturday or yesterday or something? Yeah. Or Saturday or Sunday, somewhere around there. And I was like, I'm not getting in that chat right now because I don't know how he's handling it, and I'm staying out.
I want nothing to do with it. So. I wish we could have talked about it. I think like going forward, I hope Giants looks at that and be like, hey, you know what? Okay, this is out there. Maybe we have some reliable sources that we know we can trust with the information. Here you guys go. Let's talk about it. Let's bring out what the actual information is, because instead I know like Reddit was aflame of just poor information that was going on out there, of stuff that was not right and not accurate. And I don't know, it might have done them more harm than good in the grand scheme of things for that, but well, now we can get everything out and you can see everything for yourself at least. So
you can have the real answers, the high quality screenshots, video, and all the good stuff.
Yeah, exactly. I did have some other questions on there. Anyway, so we're done. We're through the crappy part now. At least we got that part done. Just hopefully we can get the release schedules and no more weeks on that kind of stuff done properly, because it just kind of sucks for all of us in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, this is going to be a moment that we try and go back on, because in previous titles, we've had, sorry, now I've got the caffeine hiccups. We have to go back and look and see, like, all right, well, we had the announcement in March, and then we got, the first trailer in May or something. You look back on it so fondly. So look at the screenshots that we've got. Take a look at the video that we have. Take your own notes and stuff like that, and just see kind of like, what this is, where it is. Also, now is an awesome time if you've been thinking about doing content creation. There's a lot of you guys out there that love doing this. My first video was the Farm Sim 19 like images that were shown.
Was it 19? Was it FarmCon for Farm Sim 19? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was March 9th, 2018. Because SWAT had done a video like 5 a.m. Eastern time that day when they had come out, and I woke up and saw that. And I'd been thinking about doing YouTube for like a week or two at that point. Actually, it was probably a lot longer than that. And I was like, all right, I'm doing it. So if you're wanting to start doing content creation, we'd love to have you as part of the community. Now's an awesome time. As soon as we're done with the stream today, go take a look at a couple screenshots and, make a simple video. It doesn't have to be wild and crazy. And just, if you've been wanting to do it, now's a really good time. So there's my 2 cents for that.
Liverpool man, I was asking a question about, digital game codes are always on the disc. So like I said, you get the disc, and inside the back of your manual, usually if you get the collector edition, it'll be in the back of the manual, and you can use that digital download code same as you would with anybody else. But then you also have the disc in case for whatever reason, which is kind of cool.
Good to go.
There was a super chat in here. DJ, do you want to ask that as well?
Let's see. What's the tractor you want brought over to 25 and why? So for me, it was actually for me it was easy. It was actually the 715. So now that I've seen the 715, so we've seen a track version of 715, and we've seen a wheeled version of the 9R. Weirdly, we've seen 2 tractors. Those are the only 2 tractors we've seen. At least in the
strange,
video.
isn't it? Like when you have a farm sim game and you only see really 2 tractors. Well, you saw the John Deere as well, right?
Yeah, with the 9R.
Yeah.
But I mean, so those were the only ones, at least in the trailer. Yes, we'd have screenshots of other ones. So now I'm like, all right, well, are we getting the 9RX? And are we getting the 8RX? I'm assuming we are. But like, is there a 7RX?
So many questions on the equipment.
Or a 6RX?
And I mean,
or a 2RX? I want the RX.
And I mean, there was a ton of questions. I saw you guys in the chat asking about old equipment, what's going to be in there. Of course, we don't have the list yet. Kermit's not going to know that yet, or not going to be able to answer that yet. I'm hoping we get like the 7810. I really enjoy using the 7810 for all sorts of things. That seems like the quintessential John Deere, not necessarily old tractor, but like the kind of 90s, early 2000s version, right? Michael's asking another question here. What do we got? The best farm trucks and attachments. Oh boy, there's so many answers on that. DJ, do you have anything you want to talk about there? We don't have anything on farm trucks, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, we've seen nothing. We can assume that Mac is coming back, so I think that's a good assumption.
Yeah.
I think they're gonna.
I think we would have seen something in the trailer if we got another truck brand. I feel like we would have seen something like a Kenworth or Peterbilt or whatever it might be.
Yeah, or it may just not be, the new editions just may not be that big of a deal to them, at least that they think.
Yeah.
Whereas it could be, a huge deal for somebody like us. Imagine having, what is it, like one of my neighbors has a 1650 case combine, old one.
Yeah.
Imagine like if they had a kid or something and they were playing Farm Sim 17 or 15, and seeing that Farming Simulator had a 1660. I would have been freaking out, be like, they have the one that we have.
Yeah, there you go.
It's in the game. Like
yeah.
I've got a Mazda Miata in real life, and the fact that I can drive that in Forza tickles me to death. If I had a Gertie Rider 2020, my Kubota, it's a GR 2020. So we just call it the Gertie Rider.
The Gertie Rider.
If they had that in the game in Farm Sim, I would be even more hyped than I am about having the Miata. Mac is owned by Volvo. We need base game Volvos as well. I assume Volvo's coming base game.
I would guess. What
too much you want to see first? I know which one I will definitely say. Easy dev controls first. I want easy dev controls tomorrow.
Yes, and for console players, I would like to have the signs.
The
government
signs.
Subsidy signs.
Oh, government subsidies.
But I would like to have a third government subsidy sign that makes less money. One that you could just put down to have a little bit of help. You know, not like making you a millionaire overnight, but something that's like instead of winning the lottery.
What else do you use on console now? There's something else for money, isn't there? Other than the government subsidies, there's some other mod now. I thought that was not quite as cheeky. Am I wrong?
I mean, you could put other stuff down.
I thought there was something else that wasn't quite as like it did give you money, but it wasn't quite as
Disable camera collision. Yeah, we need that back. That was like a great mod in Farm Sim 17 and 19. Disable camera collision. Yes. I don't remember how that song goes.
You don't need to go there to go ham. It's okay. I'm picking up on the joke.
Oh.
It's like it's Vietnam all over again.
Oh. Yeah, I was waiting to see how long it was going to take for jokes like that.
Yeah. There we go. There it is. And of course, that's DR modding.
Yep. 82 Studios and Sell Points. Actually, his wife was in here earlier. I think she was on Facebook.
Oh, nice.
Hey, Maria.
Scorpion Taz. Yeah, pickups and cars. We didn't know new pickups labeled there listed. I was hoping, I think we talked a couple weeks back about maybe Ford, maybe if there was a truck brand.
Nah.
And it doesn't look like that's a thing.
Wouldn't you have put that in there?
Yeah, you would. I would have.
If you had Ford, you would milk that for all it's worth.
Yeah, if there was an actual new truck brand, pickup truck, or like new brand like that, you would definitely have seen it. I think in the trailer.
Yeah, but modders. I mean, it may not say Ford on the front of it, but guess what? Modders have shown that they can do stuff like with the 350 was a little different, but the 3500, the Chevy.
Yeah.
It's not a 3500. That's a 2500. That's a 2500 size on the best of days.
I'm still like waiting, like with the inception of motorcycles now being base game. Now, so Aprilia, of course, was it, and obviously, I'm pretty sure that's probably going to be the only brand. But what about like Honda, Kawasaki, Yamaha, KTM?
Yeah,
I'm trying to think. There's 5, right? Honda, Yamaha, Suzuki. Are those any of those brands ever been in Farm Sim before? I don't think so, right? Like they've never been in Mod Hub for console, at least. I'm just wondering if they have the rights to any of those, or if it's going to be something that we can mod in for console at all. Like, I just feel like those would be the main brand for North American market, at least, right? Anyways, Honda would be an interesting brand to have in, because they have so many different.
It would open things up a lot, but you've also got the thing that a lot of people either don't see or don't understand is whenever you've got that like a brand. That brand sometimes gets to choose what's in.
Yeah.
And they could say, we don't want this or we don't want that, but we do want this, we do want that. And Giants and Giants and the brand have to come together and kind of make decisions on that.
I always forget about Husqvarna motorcycles. That's right. That's an option. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that opens that up a little bit for sure. Does Mahindra do? I didn't know that. I've never seen Mahindra motorcycles before, I don't think.
Hey, speaking of, my dad just got a Mahindra tractor, little compact.
Oh, okay.
Yep. He sent me pictures of it. He's like, hey, check this out. I was like, I don't know what that is.
Schultz says he's owned a couple of Aprillas. I've always seen Aprilia. I've never really. I used to ride Cowie and Suzuki back. I always called it Aprilia when I don't know if I got it wrong or right, but I used to call them Aprilia. I hope I got it right, but maybe not.
Well, everything to me is an ATV, no matter what it is.
Well, it's an alternative vehicle. You're not wrong.
I got roasted for that in Farm Sim 19 when I was doing
Anthony's asking if logging will be in. Yes, we've answered this one a little bit before. It's still going to be there. Don't expect it to be different than what you currently see. Pretty much is what the answer was.
Logging really got its first major update since Farm Sim 15 with Farm Sim 22. So I would expect it to be the same, maybe tweaked a little bit, but I wouldn't expect much difference.
Yeah, exactly.
Logging's pretty good. Maybe the physics that could always improve.
Yeah, I think that goes generally across the board, right? When we're always talking physics, you're looking bales, pallets, and then logs and logging. I think all across the board, I think those are all the physics are all kind of based on the same engine almost there. So if you fix the one, you fix all of them almost, right? you do a tweak on it. So anyways.
And Giants engine's getting better and better every game. So, I don't know if it's ever been perfect for everything, but it's, it's worked for some stuff. Mining,
nothing there. But I mean, there
mods.
could be something in productions again, right? Like as far as like we have the mining thing off Silver Run.
Get the ore, yeah. It's the number
So
one
there
short
could be
I have.
something similar to that, but not as far as like going in and digging and getting ore or anything like that. It doesn't sound like.
Yes, my Santa Aprilia is Italian. Yeah, actually, in my overview video, I talked about the brands that I saw and where they were located.
I saw this question a bunch as well during. Nothing's been announced on manual attach yet. It's something we could potentially see. Who knows? Yeah. I would assume it'd be a setting setting to toggle on or off if it was there, but nothing's been announced on that if it's a thing.
The other thing I would mention about manual attach is also kind of think about who makes manual attach. Wobster. And Wobster's got a really good relationship with Giants, and they may agree that like, oh, we're not going to put it in the base game if you'll make it in a mod. The problem is the script, so it doesn't come to consoles unless that changes for 25. But I don't think it will.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of depends on the relationship as well, though, right? Like you look at how Seasons worked out. It's a script, and that managed to get to consoles.
Yeah.
So you never know. That could be a thing.
Could be.
Yeah. Anyways, there's a lot of things. I don't know if there's we can't go through them all. I think you guys, if you've watched this whole thing by now, you've pretty much heard all the answers to things that we know about and that we can talk about, or that the Giants can talk about, I guess. So we'll probably be finding out something in the next 2 weeks or so, I guess, right?
Yep. Yeah. The biggest thing to do is watch our channels. If there's stuff you've got questions on, post them in the comments. We'll do our best to help out there. But if there's something that you ask that you don't get an answer for, best thing usually do is just kind of wait and see what happens next. We've got how many months between now and November 12th?
5, 6.
Yeah, somewhere. So that's a long time that we've got to hear about all the stuff.
Yeah. So there'll be, and the way Giants does this, they'll release stuff slowly over the next 6 months, right? We'll start getting fact sheets in the next few months, probably, about all the equipment, and we'll sit here on the Farm Sim Show every Friday, and we'll be talking about them all. So join us every Friday. We'll be going through everything. We'll get your questions. I'm sure we'll have Kermit, or who knows, somebody else maybe from Giants come in and hang out with us, and we'll harass them with more questions again.
Marcel on the show one time.
We should get Marcel in here. I agree.
Cool.
I have not officially met Marcel, and
he's awesome
on the show, right?
He's such a cool dude.
I don't think we haven't had him on the show, have we?
Nope. I did an interview with him 2 years ago in the German office.
Yeah, we didn't do it on the show though.
Yep.
We should do
Marcel,
it on the show.
You want to be on the show?
We should do Marcel on the show.
Is he even in here still?
Yeah, he might have left. He might have, like, you guys are nuts. I'm out of here. Marcel, you should be on the show. We should definitely do that. That'd be fun. Anyways,
he's definitely in here.
He's not answering us now. Screw
no,
that.
he's not. He's not. It is what it is. But yeah, no, it's very cool. Also, I've been talking about stuff, and we'll be talking more about stuff in Discord. So, Farm Sim Show live from FarmCon.
Probably not, eh?
Yeah, I mean, no offense, but by 9 p.m., I'm not sure I should be on camera. Being honest with you. And I don't think you want to do it at 6 a.m. So maybe we can do pre-recording or something. I don't know about doing it live. And plus, my camera's gonna overheat. I mean,
you don't want that. So many excuses.
My back hurts.
There'll be no Farm Sim Show for the next 2 weeks, I believe, is what we had said.
Yeah, at least. So it'll be I come back the 16th of July.
Yeah.
So I come home 3 weeks from today.
So we know Farm Sim Show for the next 2 weeks, but by the time the next show is on, we're gonna have a ton of information to talk about. So it should be good, guys. So yeah, tune into that. If you're looking at getting your pre-orders, you get the Mac. Like I said, we get the Mac Dawn pack, part of your pre-order, as well as the New Holland CR11
gold.
The gold, which is something you're gonna want. So listen, you're probably gonna want to get this anyways. Let's be honest. If you guys are in here, like I said, you're fans of the series, you're probably getting Farm Sim 25. So links are down in the description.
We're getting Farm Sim 25, and as soon as it releases, we're making a bunch of videos.
Yeah.
We'll be playing Farming Simulator 25.
There you go.
No offense, once 25's out, probably not going to be playing 22 anymore.
That's the way it goes.
Yep. It is what it is.
Latest and greatest.
Yep. Definitely
Anyways,
the greatest.
I think that's all we got to say. Anything else you want to do on ending thoughts there to go ham?
No, check out the videos. You've released a video. I've released 10 or 15
1,000 videos.
Now. Yep, somewhere around there. So check those out. Again, questions, put them down in there. We're both active on Discord, so check out our Discord.
Check out our Discords.
Yep.
Twitter. Did you see my picture of Kermit I got on Twitter? Did you happen to see that one?
Didn't. Could you share that with the class?
Oh, I don't know if I can now, but let me see if we can find it.
Okay.
For those that missed it, Clutch Sim is on. I think it's on. Is it Clutch Sim on Discord? I can't remember what my name is on that stupid thing.
Yeah.
Or not Discord, on Twitter. I mean, sorry. No, it's Clutch Simulations.
Who shared that screenshot? Was that me?
I think it was you.
Okay, good. Yeah, I posted that earlier, and then apparently a bunch of other people.
Oh, that's loud.
Bunch of other people ripped it and took it and shared it. Actually, VF did. I gave him a little bit of crap. I was like, "Hey, I saw you stole my available or pre-order now thing," and he's like, "Oh, I saw it on somebody else's. I'm sorry." And
I should have had this as the intro because it does have tunes in the background for when Kermit first jumped into stream. Because this is what I posted is Kermit coming into stream, and it is just I thought it was Kermit. It was him. Is that him right there? Look at him. Look at all.
It looks like him. Oh.
Yeah, see? He's been working out.
Yeah.
Anyways, go check me out on Discord or on the Twitter. I'm always messing around with people on there. So there you go.
I've never seen a frog undressed before.
No, I mean he's got more to it than that as well, apparently.
Yeah.
Anyways. Now you're seeing more than we needed to show. Doesn't know where to go from that. Anyways, thanks guys. Appreciate you guys being here. We will see you guys in a couple weeks once FarmCon's done.
It'll be a good time. We'll have plenty of stuff for FarmCon. There's quite a few English speakers that are going. Pretty much everything's in German, so
yeah,
we will find a way to get it translated for you and let you know what's up.
All right, sounds good to me.
That's about all I got.
All right, well, that sounds like that'll do it. We'll see you guys in a couple weeks. Cheers, crew. Appreciate you guys.
Today's sponsor, G-Portal. They host premium game servers for all kinds of games and are even confirmed to have servers for Farming Simulator 25. They also provide servers still for the 5 previous Farming Simulator games, FS 22, 19, 17, 15, and 13. Farming Simulator 22 was also the first time they hosted servers for Xbox and PlayStation players in the Farming Simulator franchise, proving to be the best way to play with your friends, no matter what platform you're on. You can grab your very own server for Farm Sim 22 or any of the previous Farming Simulator games right now. Then, once November 12th rolls around, you can grab your Farming Simulator 25 server for you and your friends. Check out my link in the description for 10% off all G-Portal game servers right now.
Okay. What do you mean, okay? Dude, we've been doing the show for so long. I gotta pee so bad. I just keep on thinking about chicken butts. That's all I can think about right now. I don't know what. I got chicken butt on the brain. Hey, K-Bot, guess what? What? Chicken butt. I should have saw that coming. Yeah, you did. Totally. I mean, I'm pretty excited. I just can't focus right now. I'm so excited. I feel like everything, all the joy and all the feelings in the world right now, they're all just kind of exploding out of me, and I just don't know what to do with it. Really? That's all you got, huh? My brain hurts. All right, well, there's 500 people in here trying to figure out what you're talking about, so... Yeah, if you're not sure what's going on, this is like the way the end of the show is. Like, you sit there, and then we'll talk, and then you'll be confused and annoyed. And it works. That's pretty much me as well, let's be honest. I'm pretty confused and annoyed right now, but hey, you know what? It is what it is. Yeah, it's pretty good. Anyways, anything else? I got a lot, actually. Do you want to talk about something real quick? Just I'd love talking about something real quick. Alright. Why did they put 10.5 seconds of straight up chicken butt in the thing? Why would you do that? Like, there was a person that's going to be like a chicken butt DLC. There was a person that like they made the decision, and they're like, you know, it'd be funny if we just like showed everybody this chicken's butthole real quick, right? And then just a renderer of the video like modeled a chicken like that, and could you bet? Like, did he focus when he was modeling and painting around that? Like, hey, you know what? I should put a chicken butt on there. And then somebody else came behind like, no. This is a family-friendly chicken, and there's no chicken butts on this chicken. Right. I think that was how it went down. Yes. So, as Peter said, you guys are a crack up. Well, guess what? That chicken does not have a crack. Nope. It's have a crack to begin with. It's not how. That's not it. It's a hole. It's different. Wait, chickens don't have a crack? I don't know. I'm not an expert, but I don't think it's a crack, man.